What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're a new visitor. I am DeMarius Jackson, and in today's video, we're going to go over how this 50 or 60 cent straw can instantly, maybe instantly, improve your tone on clarinet. Stay tuned. Here we go. If you haven't heard this before, maybe you can try it. So basically, all I did was order these straws off of Amazon. I think I got a pack of like a lot, maybe 50 or 100 of them. I can't even remember. But what you're looking for is one of these thicker type of straws, not the really thin ones, something like a Slurpee straw, or this just a thicker one like this. So basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna take this straw, take yourself some scissors, cut through them, and end up with pieces about this size. And you have just converted a straw into an embouchure trainer. So, you know, a lot of times as a saxophonist, you can approach the clarinet the same way that you approach the saxophone, which some ways is similar, a lot of ways is different. I personally would advise you to think of it as its own beast, because it's definitely something to be reckoned with. So anyway, back to this embouchure trainer. Now that I've cut it, all we're going to do is focus on a couple of key things here. One is keeping your chin flat. You'll see, and I'll cut to some B-roll of where I have it, and my chin is perfectly flat. And you may feel the muscles around your mouth working a little bit harder than probably what you're used to hold the straw in place. So you're not biting down real super hard. You're just kind of keeping a firm position, not biting down. But really the biggest thing is concentrating on keeping that chin flat. So a lot of us might already approach the saxophone that way. That's a totally separate video. Saxophone embouchures, they vary from person to person. But this one key thing I think will kind of help improve your tone. Get your handy dandy embouchure trainer and carry it around with you everywhere that you go. Whether you're in a car, you're sitting watching TV, you're in your office, carry the handy dandy thing around with you and just practice throughout the day. Maybe a couple minutes throughout the day just getting ready. I would especially do this right before you play the clarinet. A lot of times when we play the clarinet coming from the saxophone, you may have a less focused sound. I'll exaggerate it, but it would sound something like this. So, you know, you might have some facility just switching from one to the other, but if you notice, the tone was a little bit more spread and not as focused as it could be. So using that embouchure trainer, I think, is one thing that will improve your tone. All right, so the second thing I did to drastically improve my tone was to work on my tongue position. So think of it this way. It's the difference between ha and he. So here we go. Right, so it's probably a weird thing to do, but we just have to think about this for a second. I'm pushing the air pretty hard, and the paper's not going anywhere, as opposed to he, where I have a higher tongue position. So, right, those two little differences make a big difference in your airstream and the speed of the air. So once again, so the two things that we want to think about, if we put them into session, we have our embouchure trainer, and then we're also thinking before we play. And that should translate, you know, to a slightly improved or better tone. So we're going from this with no focus, no chin, that's flat, you know, open voicing, to this, something like this. All right, so there you go. Those are two different ways that I think you can go about improving your clarinet tone. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you got something out of it. If you did, and you like seeing videos like this or other videos about music and jazz, consider subscribing. Comment, leave a like, all those things, and I'll see you on the next video. Out.